To the Spider Queen, we have our first map determined for Daykwaza against BananaH. It is the end of the round robin here at Banshee Cup season number 2, and it's gonna get wild. This could be a really cool match between the two of them. BananaH is of course hoping to retake the number 1 spot in the standings from Team Ultralisk. He has a chance now. So let's see if they can actually pull it off. This marks essentially the final series of the round robin. Now, just to recap this real quickly, the tournament, the second season, is now running in a captain's draft. So teams didn't sign up as teams for the tournament. Individual players signed up. We had more than 100 sign up for the event here. Those players voted on 8 captains. The 8 captains then drafted their teams out of the player pool. So the 8 teams currently playing a full round robin. This is our last best of 3 series. And then after this first phase of the tournament, we're moving into the group stage where we play best of 5s and then into the finals. Now, as pointed out before, we have $2,500 of prize money on the line. That's all sponsored by Kevin. He is the owner of the LAN Center in Miami, where we held now multiple offline events already. He is also one that made the Nations Cup in Berlin possible. So big shout out to him. The man is carrying the heroes of the esports scene on his back. Big calves, big calves. And yeah, doing a fantastic job there. Now, as we are heading into this, a quick reminder that we introduced with the first season of the Banshee Cup, also the bounty concept. So we adjusted the format slightly from season number 1 to season number 2 because, again, the first season was for us to experiment with it. Now we're taking a couple of lessons from it and adjust the format. We might in the future adjust more things if there is another season, if there is season 3. Time will tell. But for now, what we're having is basically a pool that is split. We have $2,500 in prize money in total. $1,500 go to the top 3 teams, and $1,000 go into the bounty pool. Teams can complete these bounties, and with every single bounty they complete, they will get 1 ticket for that bounty pool. And then at the end of the season, they will get a share out of those $1,000, depending on how many bounties were completed in total and how many bounties they themselves as a team have been able to fulfill. So that's essentially what's happening with that. Gives, of course, specifically at the beginning, teams a huge incentive to go for bounties. And yeah, the more bounties you log in, the bigger your share is going to be. And if you can shut down the bounty attempt from another team, you make sure that they are not taking a piece of your pie. So that's what's happening here. We had tons of bounties already completed. Valera was done, Shogun multiple times. We've seen Gazlo, we've seen Nova attempts that mostly backfired. We had a triple healer combo that was attempted. Alex Straza Stitches was played twice. I think completed bounties at this point, I honestly don't have it right in front of me, but I think it's 5. I think 5 bounties, maybe 6 have been completed already. So it's pretty fair, but you can obviously still do quite a lot more here. And Team Daykwaza is one of the teams that has consistently attempted to get bounties. They have only 1 to their name right now, but they have tried a lot. And quite a bit of it has backfired. They were successful with Gazlo, on the other hand. Actually, one of the first teams that completed a bounty. So now we have Joanna and Hanzo for them on Tomorrow Spider Queen. And I'm a bit curious if they're going for another bounty attempt here. Whitemane and Urel. One of the bounties that has been attempted a few times on this map too is now Kalthas with Conviction. And noteworthy is, as I explained before, if you play Kalthas Conviction, you usually have to complete Conviction. You just have to make sure that you're winning the game after you pick Conviction. So, yeah. Kalthas then obviously has way more problems with the mana pool, also with survivability. But, yeah. Final double pick for Team BananaH. And, well, we're getting Garrosh and Genji. Okay. 3 of the heroes' names start with a G and the other 2 with an L. It's like a full house. Triple G double L. I have no idea why that is important, but I just noticed it. And there he is! Kalthas! Told you! Conviction play, guaranteed already. Daykwaza wants more bounties. Let's go and see if they can pull it off. Tomb of the Spider Queen is our first map in the best of 3 series. Game number 1, Team BananaH against Team Daykwaza. Conviction is taken as already expected. They want to go for it. They want to come in and immediately start taking on all of that sweet bounty booty. Jolasal on the left side, though, for Team BananaH is playing Lucio in game number 1. We have Fancy Pants on the account, Okmek playing Leoric, BananaH on Genji, Johan is playing Garrosh. We got Itrax on Gul'dan. And over on the right side of the map, Team Daykwaza with Madara. Conviction on level 1. Or Convection, sorry. We have him on Kelthas, Ion on Johanna, Daykwaza on Urel, Dark Druida aka Drakia on Hanzo, and Whitemane played by Gamerboy. Oh wait. Is he going to adjust this build? Yes or no? Are we going to see more of a Flamestrider focus now with Kelthas? And are they able to win that game? They got the Gravity Lapse now as a follow-up to potential CC from Johanna. Really nice wave clear, of course, from Jojo, and also a good interrupt and vision from Hanzo. If they can win the game, then they are automatically locking in another bounty for themselves, which is pretty quick here. The thing is always that they do not need to complete Conviction. I expect it to be done eventually anyways, but they don't really have to. Now, they can of course, but yeah. Either way, with all of that now said and done, it's all about kill number 1. Madara, careful, you don't want to die that quickly. Only 3, I mean, okay, if you die, then probably now would be the better time, because they only have 3 stacks up to now, so yeah, there's that. And let's see what else they can do. It's actually kind of funny to me too, because a lot of these teams have obviously practiced the bounties that they're going for, so when it comes to scrim games, there was a lot of Cho'Gall being played, some teams busted out some of, you know, the Gazlows and whatnot. So it's just really funny to see what the teams are able to pull off in situations like this. It's highly, highly amusing. I mean, with all of that said and done now, there's a bit of ring around the rosy play over here on the left side as they're starting to do their thing. Jolasal is moving back out. We now have down at the bottom of the map Johan and BananaH also making a couple of moves for the next camp. So the blue team very eager to get mercenary camps, trying to aim for 2. Red team willing to engage a little bit and push that out. Not able to do too much here. Okay, Daykwaza comes in, looks for the hits, and can't do anything yet. Camp is stolen away by that. So red team is able to just steal it away, and BananaH had to back off with this team. We have now for Kelthas also Netherwind, and the hits still keep coming against Banana, who with Genji is just trying to poke them out as much as he can. Not a single kill yet. We're already 2.5 minutes in. We haven't seen a single kill yet, so we're slowly getting into all of this. Right now we're also having the next attack coming through as they're flipping Madara into the team. They're really homing in on Kelthas here, trying to take him down as best as they can. But not really able to do too much just yet with that. Garrosh was also a bit low and nearly died, so they were able to keep him alive as well. But Madara is already roaming around again. Drag here, Gamerboy, all just sitting tight here at the top. And nobody wants to be first blood. Everybody's just like playing this as safe as they can, ensuring that they're not losing too much ground too quickly, and of course not only ground, but also gems. I'm gonna turn those in as quickly as you can and secure them. That's exactly what we're getting from them. Madara making his play over here now too. And he's still at 3 stacks. He's just missing those flame strikes. Having a bit of a problem with that. Maybe now another opportunity. Let's see, Iron, okay, gets slowed down. In comes Urel, gets flipped away. And where's that flame strike? They dodge it. I gotta say, kudos to the blue team. They're dodging all of those flame strikes with ease. Madara has to tap the fountain for mana. It's one of the problems when you don't go for Mana Addict. Gravity Lapse is also missing. They are having some real trouble with Kelthas currently. Not a lot of value from him. Now, to be fair, as long as he gets at least a wave clear through against the minions, that's still nice, but it is the blue team that is consistently starting to turn in their gems. Itrax delivered another 13, I believe. So that puts them to 33. And Leo, is he already turning in? Nah, Fancy Pants, hailing from an A here. Still is dealing with Urel at the bottom of the map, but they are getting mega close now to the first weapon away. So, yeah. Another little hit is coming. This time they go for Daykwaza, but also Garrosh in trouble. Flame Strike finally connects, and Johan is still alive. Not even close. He definitely, I mean, he timed that perfectly. So, yeah. Job well done. Now, 33 stacks delivered, 32 in their hands. Here comes the turn in, and the interrupt. Clutch, but it happened. Level 7 on both sides now, and we get more of a flame strike focus now too with the burn flash. So yeah, getting the additional damage in. all about the flame strikes. Not he has hit a lot of them yet, but he's now at 6 stacks. And it's really a problem. I mean, you can tell how he's currently always out of mana, and it's one of the big issues when you're going into convection. So yeah, you have really problems with your mana pool there. Mana Addict solves that very easily. Got a whole lot of your abilities back in a situation like this. Nice stacks also for Gul'dan, by the way. 22 already this early in the game. That's pretty respectable. We have the first Web Weaver wave coming through now for the blue team. Really well done as too. Not a lot of gems turned in by their opponents, so they have a chance to get some kills in and then take him out. But yeah, with that, maybe a chance to break through a few of the walls. Normally they shouldn't be able to get much more than that. I mean, the best that I've ever seen was, I think, 2 forts destroyed with the first Web Weaver wave on a higher level play. But normally, even if you just get 1, it's already a big win. Just breaking through a couple of these walls and taking some of the hit points out is generally accepted as a fairly successful first wave. Bot lane defense is already in here in the middle. They're breaking through the gate. Gul'dan is playing the mage battle against Madara up at the top and is breaking through this fairly easily. They're also accelerating their experience gains, which will help them to level 10. Trying to take Madara down. And they will have heroic abilities. There's going to be a small window, and let's see if they can use it. Good Entomb, for example, would go a long way, but Leo is not with the team, so it's not something that they can do here. Horrify is now in too. The only one that hasn't made a choice yet is Genji. Yeah. And now on the other side, we get Pyro. Alright, he embraces it. Madara is sitting there and it's just like, guys, you know what? I don't really care. If I already go into Convection, then I might as well go in and go for Pyro Blast. Let's go full Pyro on this one. So yeah, Pyro it is. 7 stacks for his level 1 quest right now. And yep, this is going to be fun. They're trying to turn in now, the red team. Daykwaza and his boys are trying to make a bit of a move on this one. There, here comes the attack. That would be a juicy target with the 20 gems that they're holding. The arrow connects with Garrosh. There's the Horrify. And the kill against Kel'Thas. Bye-bye stacks and bye-bye gems. So yep, he's losing quite a bit here. So highly unfortunate for Team Daykwaza. Especially since Khaldor is not the only one that they're losing. They're also sacrificing Hanzo here. The rest of the team is in a bit of trouble. There's a slow attempt from Leoric. He doesn't have Entomb anymore. That would be, of course, the worst thing ever. But they can go... Nah, they saved the Space Goat. Uriel was so close to falling. But the bottom fort is going to get destroyed. So, yeah, this is going to be it. Yeah, going for the bounty attempt with Convection might backfire against them once more. So, it's kind of tough. This is a real big problem. At this point, no stacks for Madara. And he's really suffering. I mean, you can tell. It's not only the survivability, but really just the mana management that we now observed already multiple times. If you have, instead of White Mage, maybe Malfurion, then he can give you some mana, I suppose. But it's a tricky situation for Madara to be in. They wanted a bounty. They went for a bounty, and it's a handicap. I mean, per definition, it is you playing with a handicap, and now they're trying to overcome that. But in comes the second Weapon wave now for the blue team. A few more gems could be taken away from Daykwaza and his team if they just get more kills in. Madara with a single stack currently on his level 1 quest. But look at Gul'dan, 35 already. Yeah, he is so fast on this. Normally you're happy when you complete it around level 16 so that you get the Ruinous Affliction combo value. But now this is looking really good. Yeah, nice. Gets the double hit, but White Mane gets caught and killed, so she's gone. Haven't seen a Pyroblast yet, and the kill against Kel'Thas. He's dead again. Kel'Thas is down, not a single Pyroblast for him just yet, and he loses his stacks on his level 1 once more. And just look at the minimap, that already tells you everything that you need to know. They lost every single fort, we're 9.5 minutes in, there's more than a level lead now for the blue team, and the red team is just suffering. They're just suffering here. So we have 29,000 damage currently for Gul'dan. Just to talk about the mage battle for a second, Kel'Thas doesn't even have a third of this. Sorry, yeah, he has barely a third of it. Roughly half. Math is hard sometimes, so yeah. Nearly half of the damage still Gul'dan doubling it, so good for him. 23,000 for Hanzo, 24,000 for Genji. And still the next attack coming as they go for Daykwaza. 19 gems on his hands. And Kel'Thas gets attacked again. He lacks the survivability here. My man is struggling. So with that, we have 4 kills to 0. Level 13 talents are soon kicking in for the red team. Then they at least can fight on eye level in regards to talents. That lonely stack for Kel'Thas on his level 1. One single stack. Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, they're trying. They have to try to somehow gain some map control here. But the red team does not seem like they're anywhere near a turn-in. They have the gems, they turn 30 in, but it feels like all of the turn-in points are consistently guarded. And it makes it nearly impossible for them to get close enough and do anything about it. So, yeah, let's see. There's another turn-in attempt right here. Yeah, attempting to make a move. Not so far, not just yet. Maybe 15. One more level until they have 16 talents, of course, on top of that as well. So even more value. But as it stands, the red team is just very eager to finally get that turn in. They're fighting tooth and nail for it. Can't really make anything happen here. Then again, oh, Hanzo down. They try for Kel'Thas again. But in a 5 versus 4, they are already struggling. And there's more and more gems to be lost. And it seems like they're going to lose Urel here. She holds 31 gems. And that's just an utter disaster. 31 gems gone. They're chasing even further right now. Trying to take everybody out. White Mane is gone. Johanna is dead. The rest of the team gets chased away. Daykwaza gets caught as well. And he missed it and he gets the kill. The gems are all there. Oh, Madara is the only survivor. They lost pretty much everything that they had in gems. 8 gems have been saved, and that is it. They're getting totally farmed. I mean, at this point, BananaH and his team, they're just going through the red team like hot butter through cheese. One hit after the next. Not a single kill yet for the red team. Here comes Pyro, and finally they're getting a kill. 8 stacks for Kel'Thas now on his level 1. They're losing the bottom keep, but Gul'dan Gul'dan has still tons of damage here. They got some gems. 12 are going to be lost from Leoric. Madara, even with auto attacks, is finally going to finish this, at least at some point. There it is. 12 gems lost, but Johanna also died. And they're getting closer and closer to turning in their own gems here. Gul'dan is moving back. The keep has been destroyed. The red team doesn't have enough gems for a turn-in, so it's not a disaster. I mean, damn. 8 stacks for Madara. He's getting there. It's a fun one, though. Again, it is the final match of the round robin. Final match of the round robin phase. Kel'Thas still believes he still picks Flame Strike talents. Yeah, I don't know. This bounty might be a little bit harder to complete than I even thought when we put it into the bounty pool. But Itrax is now trying to prevent them from grabbing that. Yeah, easy little hits for him. 16 versus 16. 32,000 damage for Kel'Thas, by the way. He's top damage for his team now. Let's get a few more hits. Arrow, nice. Urel with 13 gems, careful. And they get a nice move with the Entomb, but the problem was the cooldown is ready for Urel to easily jump out of it. They were hoping that they had her trapped to kill her quickly. So that's not really. Not a single turn-in yet, and yeah, not one turn-in for the red team. Here comes the next attack as they're looking for some targets. 9 stacks for Madara. Oh, Daykwaza, careful. He's dropping a little bit low here. I mean, he's basically tanking at this point. Jojo's helping him as much as she can. But Daykwaza is always ready. Jumps in, out, back, taps the fountain, gets some heals, re-engages, creates space for the team. But it's the blue team that is about to lock in another turn-in. They are so close to getting turn-in number 3. And there they have it. Blue team Web Weavers are touching ground once again. So, yeah, great for them. Blue team is coming in with another set of Web Weavers. Clutch. Let's see how much damage they can do. 1 keep is already down. Goal, of course, will be to take another keep down at this point. That's going to be the goal here. Take 1 more keep apart and, yeah, see what they can do with that. The problem is that there's not a single fort destroyed on the other side, and if more and more keeps fall, that's a nice move. Taking Garrosh down this early is really going to help them to defend, because if more keeps fall now, the catapult pressure alone is going to be nuts once that we are at the 20-minute mark roughly. We're already 15 minutes in, so these bad boys are gonna hurt. Missing the arrow, obviously, not really ideal in the situation that they're in right now. But regardless, the defense is so far strong. Garrosh dying early was important. Hanzo is dealing with the top web weaver. Only a bit of damage done here in the middle and up at the top. It's not too bad. I mean, of course it's going to take some damage, but this could have been so much worse. So, yeah, job well done. Gul'dan still sitting tight here in the middle as they're slowly starting to retreat again. They're waiting for Garrosh to be revived and come back into the Nexus. It's only 10 seconds left. But this is the chance for the red team to finally complete their turn in and maybe get some momentum and turn this game around. There's always a comeback possible in this game, so maybe they can do it right here, right now. I mean, this is the opportunity. Get the web weavers and then push the map out a bit. Try and see if you can destroy a fort or two. I suppose they need some kills for it. The problem is really the gap in experience, because level 20 will be ready for the blue team very likely in time for the defense. And you can't lose any heroes right now. So, yep, off we go. Web Beavers are starting to touch ground. It's obviously rough to push them out here, because the map has been controlled for such a long time by the blue team that most of these lanes were pushed out very, very heavily. But yep, now they're going to try and make the play right here. Level 20s are in. And with that, let's see how far they can go on this one. Not too much, as it seems. Attack in the middle has already failed, so the web weaver has been taken out here. Same time, at the bottom of the map, Leo has done his thing. So he's done tons of damage here as well. Web weaver at the top is still busy, but with the level 20 talents, nobody really wanted to engage into this. We get the living weapon for Genji after the X-Strike. On top of that, of course, also for Lucio, now the mix and fire, and buried alive. And with level 20 talents, they're starting to make their move towards the boss. They want to take this one on as long as they have that Stormgate talent advantage. Madara has 13 stacks now on his level 1. He might be able to complete it. I mean, who knows? Might be able to pull it off. Fear of the Sunwell is there, so he gets the double explosion. That can really help them in some situations, specifically when they are the ones sieging up, but they haven't really been able to get into that spot all too much. So yeah, some camps are up, but now the boss is pushing through the top and is very likely going to destroy that keep. They're all defending. Maybe they can save it. Blue team is not pushing. And the red team has web weavers again. So now you can go defend against the web weavers, whereas the red team defends against the boss for free. This is essentially the trade that they made. Sacrifice the gems so that you can properly defend. And yeah, that's what's going on over here. The keep is not going to fall. It's going to be low. Very, very low. But for the red team, it's still, I don't want to say a win, but it's still like the better situation. They prolong the game also a bit, which helps them to get to level 20, which is another big advantage. Now at the bottom, Leo has already defended Web Weaver. Everything else has been defeated very easily. They're still trying to oh my god, if that Entomb is just a half a second faster, I think they can get Urel there. If she's not able to get her ult out, then that would have been the chance. So now we got the upgrade with a flamethrower on range. Maybe for Madara, that's the opportunity and the play that they needed in order to make the play here. So, yeah, let's see. Let's see how much they can do. Arrow is already out, starting to connect here. They want to go for the next kill. The attack is coming. Garrosh is gone. And Keltas, no! No! He lost it again. No convection for Madara. And they're getting chased. They started off so well with the kill against Garrosh, and now they're just getting chased again. They might lose even more of their heroes as Lucio's just speeding the team up. Good connect with the Entomb this time from Leoric. It's the end of Johanna, and this will be the end. Oh, well, this will be the end of Lucio. Somebody is a bit too eager. Lucy was like, alright boys, let's go, we got this! And the rest of the team looks at him and is like, you should maybe wait for us. Maybe you shouldn't go like 1v5 here. So, the turn-ins are happening, but they don't have enough gems for a full-fledged turn-in yet. Defense in the middle is now also ongoing, but it's a 3 versus 3 on the map now. Bit of a funny situation, honestly, given the way that this is looking. They're moving down to the bottom of the map now, just attempting to make their play here. Yep. And let's see how much they can do with those camps. Garrosh is back, so they have they had for a second numbers advantage, but just look how low all of these keeps are. Keep in the middle, keep at the top, all of them super, super low. So not really a whole lot to do here from their perspective. They gotta just like wait it out and wait for the turn-in. The problem is that the blue team is closer to the turn-in than their opponents. Blue team has way more gems. I mean, way more. And with Madara still not being able to complete his quest, being reset to 0, that really hurts them. 57,000 damage for Hanzo, 45,000 for Kel'Thas. More poke at the top. They're essentially pinned down in their base. That's essentially what's happening here. The problem is that there's every single every single fort here is still standing, as you can see. Every single one of them. So there's catapult pressure through every single lane, and we're 21 minutes into the game, which means it adds up. Gul'dan hasn't died yet. He's at 71,000 damage. Genji hasn't died yet either. He's at 61,000 damage. So they're doing tons and tons of work here. And Genji, talking about doing work, he's always poking towards the top. Coming in, escorting a catapult in, getting a couple of shots connected with a keep by himself. Catapult has already done more damage. This one's soon going to get destroyed, which is going to make the catapult pressure even worse. Bot lane is already a big problem as is. Nice arrow again against Garrosh. Pyroblast! Value! No. That's a sad blast right there. No value blast. Catapults at the bottom. They're going to be on the core very soon. A third one is already coming in. They're trying to at least safeguard the gems that they have. And of course for good reason. But not sure what they can actually pull off with this. I mean, safeguarding the gems is nice, but nice and 2 connect as well. Can they get the kill? And in this case, they couldn't. But while the fight rages on, the catapults are reaching the core. That's 2 catapults on the core, 22 minutes in. These bad boys hurt. Garrosh, though, gets hit and gets killed. Core is losing hit points. 3 catapults now, and is losing hit points quickly. The minion wave is going to take that out, but just look how quickly that core disappears. That is 60% on it. And they're chasing him. They're just chasing them. They know that the red team has to go back. 50% on the core. Daykwaza comes in, gets the hit and destroys it. But they just lost 60% on the core. And there's web weavers now on the way too. This looks like it's checkmate. It really looks like a checkmate situation from their point of view. And I just don't think they will be able to recover from this. It just looks way too tricky right now. Huge problem. Big opportunity for the blue team to take the 1-0 in this best of 3 series on the last play day of this round robin phase. I mean, there's the opportunity, there's the moment. Right here, right now, make a move for the core. It's already low enough. The top keep has fallen. The keep in the middle is getting destroyed. It's about to. And this should just be lights out. But the blue team is actually falling back. Garrosh isn't with them, so they only have 4 heroes. So essentially, they just said, as long as we get every single keep here, we're gonna be fine. And to be fair, they kinda are. Because all the keeps are gone. They still have every single fort, which, as I explained earlier, makes the catapult pressure insane. It's absolutely insane. We've already seen how much the catapults did earlier when they got to the core for just a moment. It took 60% of its HP off. And now, this is just going to be continued. Because they can easily just start backdooring this. Catapults can take it out. Top side, yep, they're moving back. Garrosh is trying to interrupt this a bit. Is chasing Madara away. But the core is gone. That is game. Ladies and gentlemen, Team BananaH with a 1-0 lead in this best of 3.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Gun of Terror, map number 2. Team BananaH is in the lead. Daykwaza and his boys, they're really trying to get the bounties. But, well, at this point, we are just looking at a team that is a bit out of luck, as it seems. Because it's just not working for them. I'm not sure if they were the first one to complete a bounty, but they were one of the first teams to complete a bounty. I can guarantee you that. Since then, it hasn't really been going their way whenever they attempt. They got it close a couple of times. I mean, they had some really nice approaches and attempts to complete bounties here. But so far, it's just not properly working for them. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame. We'll see if they can make something happen now on map number 2, always assuming that they're going for another bounty. I'm not so sure about it, to tell you the truth, because again, things haven't really gone all that well for them. So can they pull it off? Yes, no, time will tell. For now, the bigger question is, what is BananaH and his team doing? Are they going to try and get a bounty? Are they just going to try and win the series? or what's going to be the play here. Tracer gets banned, that's the first one. Again, we're still running the tournament rule that you cannot play a hero cannot be played more than once in a match. So once that you see a hero, it can't be played again later. It's just it. Creates a little bit more diversity. In best of threes, it plays a very, very minor role. But there is, of course, then later on in best of 5 matches, for example, always the limitation of hero pools towards the end in the best of 4, in the 4th map or 5th map. But yeah, Sylvanas gets banned now that Vanguard. Big map, obviously, so there's a lot of stuff that you can actually try and do here. This is also where we had multiple teams already try to complete an Illidan bounty with Hunt. And some of them successful. Ultralisk, for example, they were able to pull it off. Yep. Junkrat gets the axe. And, well, with that, we're now having Chromie banned out. That's always a win. Banning Chromie is always good. I will never get past this. Like somebody like ages ago, like years ago, called her Sand Hitler. And I just laughed my ass off when I heard it. She's one of the most obnoxious heroes to play against. But I haven't had her described as that. And when I heard that expression, I just started laughing and I was just like, oh my god. But yeah, I could see where they came from. So Hogger gets picked first. Fantastic hero for the map. A bit shocked that he wasn't banned out, but he is definitely one of the best heroes if you are just trying to look for not only lane control but also camp clear. So he's fantastic on this. We're getting Blaze and we're getting Sergeant Hammer. They're going for a StarCraft comp here. No, I'm just kidding. That is not a bounty. We removed those team bounties after the first season because we just decided it's like, this is kind of meh. It's like, oh, they're playing a Diablo team. Oh, they're playing a Warcraft team. How funny. So, yeah. While it has a certain meme character, it's not something that we wanted to go for with bounties anymore, so we just decided against it. We try to just keep it, yeah, a little bit different. There might be some bounties that in the future, if there are more tournaments with this concept, we're going to add or remove, but yeah, we'll see. Mirrodin and Liming, our next 2 picks here on Garden of Terror, so trying to get some resets with Drake here. But the strategy is already set more or less for Team BananaH. You're going for full Sergeant Hammer setups. Yeah, Zagara, another one that you could also play with the bounty if you go for some Nidus plays. Has actually been done as well. And it's Cho'Gall! Alright! Let's go for trouble and make a double. We have Cho'Gall, ladies and gentlemen. BananaH indeed with the bounty play. Zagara ban makes a lot more sense now too. You want to avoid at level 16 to absolutely shrek you. Now the question of course still remains, what kind of picks are still available for Daykwaza to exploit that heavy hit point pool from Cho'Gall, and which one of them are they willing to engage into? You're not going to pick Leoric here. They go for Greymane, so at least that's something. But yeah, oof. And here comes Ana as the final pick. Cho'Gall, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 in the best of 3 series between BananaH and Daykwaza. Game number 2. We have Cho'Gall, ladies and gentlemen. Jean Lassalle on Ana. We have Fancy Pants on Blaze. BananaH on Sergeant Hammer. Johan is playing Joe and Atrax is playing Gall. It's a bounty attempt from the blue team this time, as on the right side, Team Daykwaza plays Hogger. They got Madara on Greymane, Ion on Murden, Drakia with Li Ming, and Gamer Boy is playing Brightwing in game number 2 of this series. Jotrax. Let's see what they can do with them. So, it's kind of interesting. We've seen this actually before. We're currently looking at Cho'Gall pushing on one side very likely, and then you have Sergeant Hammer can obviously do that on the other side. On a big map like this can very quickly become a huge problem. Another thing that I also want to point out in that context is that level 20 for Cho'Gall is obviously big. It's actually a topic that has been discussed a couple of times also, not only in Twitch chat, but also in YouTube comments whenever it popped up. So Cho'Gall has on level 20 a talent that gives him an insane reduction in his death timer. And you can literally int on opponent structures and take them down. And it will be worth it as long as you do significant damage to those structures or maybe even destroy them completely. So this is something that we've already seen a few times, and on a big map like this we could do that. The reason why that works really well is because let's say Cho'Gall goes for a keep over here and starts to take it out. If he dies in the process of destroying the keep, by the time that the opponent crosses the map on a big one like this, to try and capitalize on the kill they just accomplished, in that time frame, you are already back on the map and can defend. So this is one of the big problems that you sometimes have when it goes to a very heavy late game, and something that they also have to watch out for now. So we're going to keep a bit of an eye on that if it comes to level 20 in the first place. But already at the bottom of the map, Li Ming and Sergeant Hammer are down as the fights start to happen over here. But the big question in this game is really just, how does this strategy now work out for the blue team? Because they are going to go for that split that I mentioned at the beginning. Have Cho'Gall rock one lane, let him do his thing, and then have Sergeant Hammer on the other and really try to split the forces of your opponent as best as you can and keep them occupied there. Level 4 kicks in now with a kill and a kill. Easy trade at the bottom of the map as we already saw earlier. But as Cho'Gall starts to scale into the mid, into the late game, it's going to be a menace. We see you as the level 1 choice for Gal, and on the side of Cho we got the Calloused Hide. Meantime, still the 3 versus 2 at the top. Counting for Cho'Gall here, of course. And yep, it is a party. So we are going ham on this one. Sergeant Hammer is obviously in the meantime waiting for the level 7 ability. So yeah, trying to wait for that. Make sure that you have everything ready so that you can roll in and do some added damage there. Hope to take some of the structures out, maybe push even for one of the forts and not only go for the wall. So if we can set all of this slowly up, then hey, fantastic. But now it's the push at the top, and that leads to a kill on Greymane. So Greymane without a bullet just yet, without Alpha Wolf or any of those shenanigans, is going up against Cho'Gall and is very quickly getting his ass handed to him. So no chance here. But the red team is at least starting to steal some stuff away. So they came in, stole the camp, and might even go for the first tribute now. First seed. Totally different mechanic, guys. This has nothing, it's nothing like tributes. Because, you know, those seeds are protected by some seed minions or whatever that is. So it's totally different. It's not the same at all. They could have at least changed the number, you know? They could have at least said, okay, you need only 2 or something. But nope, it's 3 once again. So, yeah, Blizzard even getting lazy on that. Or make it 5 and make it stronger. Like, I don't know. Whatever it is, we have level 7 talents now kicking in. Skullcracker is with us. Cho'Gall trying to interrupt here and just annoying everybody. Level 7 versus level 7. And not a single seed has been taken yet. Whereas we have Fancy Pants just doing work up at the top lane now. And also kind of noteworthy, when it comes to level 7 talents, no Calamity. Seeker. Seeker for Li Ming. So yes, slight change in pace for them here. Sergeant Hammer with mobility down at the bottom of the map, obviously also starting to do a little bit more damage and work, and Cho'Gall is still chasing everybody around easy peasy. So another easy tool, easy play. Blaze goes down against Hogger and Greymane at the top, but down here, Cho'Gall is chasing Muradin around and has him already insanely low. BananaH still controls the lane, and they're playing a long and drawn-out style, but the problem that they're having is if they lose a hero on a lane, like they just did at the top lane, it means that Greymane can in Worgen form start to really go for the structures, and that is exactly what we're getting right now. So Greymane is starting to make his moves, and as you can see, he's chunking this down super quickly. With the help of Hogger and Brightwing, so no chance to hold the fort. This one is getting destroyed. No chance whatsoever. So far, so good. Anyways, with that, we have down at the bottom, Ana just still running around here. Another camp about to be taken by Blaze. BananaH also so far sitting still tight. Has started to take the wall down a bit, but structurally the blue team has now fallen back. And also an experience. They're half a level behind. So Team Daykwaza still doing okay here. Trying to go more for that single target poke damage also with Draken, the build adjustment that he made on level 7, as I pointed out. Now with level 10, we get, of course, the bullet, and they went Haymaker. Okay, I mean, isolation plays are always nice. Haymaker is really going to work for them. That's a different story. But yeah, against Sergeant Hammer, against Ana, against Cho'Gall, we can definitely make some plays with that. So, we'll see if that's going to be enough. If the survivability of him is also going to be enough here. Already Cho'Gall getting aggressive in the middle against Daykwaza. By now they're having Eye of Horrors as their talents. We get the Hammer of Twilight and the Twisting Nether. And Napalm for Sergeant Hammer. The priority obviously just being the damage against structures. There's the Stormbolt and the Haymaker. Zipping out, trying to get away, and big ult from Cho'Gall. Can't get the kill, but damn. A lot of pew pew pew, and Ana with the kill against Brightwing. The Fruit Fly eliminated. Well done, nice kill for them. Really good solo target damage from Draco, of course. Like Seeker against Sergeant Hammer, really working currently and keeping BananaH at a distance. But with Cho'Gall committing to the fight at the bottom of the map, the momentum has definitely shifted in favor of the blue team. As long as they keep him alive here. Tries to get away from Muradin so he can't get a nice Haymaker move in. But yeah, that was pretty sweet. And it all started with this little play right here. Cho'Gall came in, and then it's just the pew 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 of Ana, and Brightwing, bam, gets sniped. The Fruit Fly is gone. That's the kill that started it down here. Forward is now low. First seed went initially to the blue team, but now Hogger's trying to grab a seed for his team up at the top. Greyman is coming in. 4 versus 3 now. Oh, and the kill. Sergeant Hammer debris is getting kicked across the entire map, basically. As they are looking to gain more momentum at the bottom of the map. So, yeah, so far so good. Cho'Gall getting a bit of value, but not enough just yet. They are still behind. Behind in structures, behind in experience, and there's the attack. They're trying to turn it. Maybe trying to go for Li Ming and for Brightwing here. Yeah, that could have been a problem. Still able to survive through it though. 3 kills versus 3. Top side, the catapults are now doing damage even at the keep wall. That's the problem when you lose a fort that early in the game. And the seed is still up. This is still the second seed. Nobody has claimed this one yet. Greyman is playing with Blaze in the middle of the map. Down at the bottom, Muradin, super busy. Level 13 talents on already. Yeah, it's going to be an intense one. Greyman, as he channels, gets interrupted, so they're trying to delay this even further. Successfully so far. And down at the bottom of the map, the Cho'Gall chase is also on, as Muradin is trying for a Haymaker angle. Yeah, but they're not getting anything out of this. Greyman also attempting to steal another camp away up at the top, as Cho'Gall has now gone for Molten Block as his level 13 talent, so survivability is really not something that he's going to be worried about too much. But the continuous pressure that we're still getting from the rest of the team, still a bit of a problem here. So, yeah, off we go. Bottom of the map, party continues. Already Cho'Gall dashing in again. It's a bit of a slower game than what we just saw previously. 3 kills to 3. Haymaker, still potential for them. Cho'Gall is just chasing them. The chase is on. Here comes again. And there it is. Molten Block. Pew 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 for Ana. Cho'Gall trying to survive here. Trying to also get the kill. Ana needs to run as well. They can switch the target very easily. And it's Jola Salad all of a sudden becomes the problem. Yep, but Ana gets out, and Cho'Gall also escapes. That was pretty sexy. Really neat. I did not think that they would all be able to survive here. But they are able to pull it off. And in the meantime, we had the top side attacked, the wall destroyed. So Team Daykwaza is doing some mad aggressive plays now. And Cho'Gall is struggling a bit down here at the bottom of the map. Still trying to go for a kill against Muradin. Nearly got it too. But some really nice moves. So, yes, pretty sweet. Not too badly. Okay, so with that, we have now level 15 nearly coming in. Okay, the ping Daykwaza just poking around. Bit of a wrong angle for him. Quick Haymaker to just get Cho'Gall out of the way. Half level until level 16 on the other hand. So we can come in with the next quick move. But Greyman is consistently just sitting at the top. He's just pushing the lane out. He's not even dealing with Cho'Gall yet. After level 16, he's going to pick his talent up and come in to add the damage. And I honestly believe that right now, it's going to be very easily... I mean, they should be able to deal with him, right? Currently, Team Daykwaza is just running the show here. The entire strategy with which the blue team came in is not coming together for them. They haven't taken a single fort out yet. They damaged the top, they damaged the bottom a little bit. But Greymane is applying continuous pressure at the top lane. It will eventually lead to the keep losing hit points. And down here, yep, there's the ult. And Sergeant Hammer is dead. First the Shockwave. Then they come in with Muradin. Can go for Haymaker too. Shogal just not having the impact that they need here. And the level 16 talent advantage gave them another boost. 25,000 damage for Li Ming, who again adjusted her build with Calamity. Not taken as a level 7 choice, but instead going for Seeker to snipe away against Sergeant Hammer. And Shogal, Gala's 37,000 damage, but they're not picking up the kills just now. They're starting to really struggle a bit here. Middle of the map, we have Fancy Pants getting attacked too. Once again, him playing from North America, of course, with a ping disadvantage. But he's now also being faced off against 2 heroes. And instantly, Greymane is rotating in, starting to take this down. At the beginning, it really felt like they only picked Greymane to go for Cho'Gall, YOLO out the bullet. And then also with level 16, of course, try and get some added damage there. But not so much. We have them with Eager, Wolf right now. And they are able to just wreck those structures. And it's big. Finally, maybe a fight where a kill comes together for the blue team. And they're taking Greymane down. Nicely done. Pretty sweet kill. Next push comes in. They're trying for the stun. Shockwave went nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. But this might be the opportunity to finally get a little bit of momentum for Team BananaH. Blue team, eat that storm again. Look at Jean Lassalle with his positioning. As far back as he possibly can be. Just trying to keep it together. Getting the heals out time and time again. Red team has 2 seeds. We haven't seen an objective yet on the map. Oh, Cho'Gall. Low. Can he go for Muradin? And yes, they can. Brightwing was too late. No heals from Brightwing this time. Cho'Gall gaining some momentum. Finally, a sign of life from the blue team. They've been pinned down in the base for such a long time, but now they are the ones also going out to get some damage done. A fort destroyed, and it was about time, because they already lost every single fort that they've been holding on those lanes. So now they are able to potentially pick up another seed. That would be the second one to their name. They need to also defend their top lane key, because this thing is taking way too much damage, if you ask me. We're only 13 minutes in. Take the catapult out first. 46,000 damage for Gal, 35,000 for Li Ming. So they take 1 fort out. Fort at the bottom of the map is still very, very low. So if at any point they can get close enough with Cho'Gall, they should be able to claim it. Top side has taken some damage, but there is pressure on the lanes now against Team BananaH, and they gotta deal with it. And that's one of the moves that they can do. So, yep, with this, here comes the attack again. They're trying with a stun against Daykwaza, but they're not quite grabbing it. Getting close though. And yeah, well, in this case, the camp gets taken before Muradin can make a play for it. Jet propulsion. Okay, quick stun attempt against Muradin. He's missed a few now. Fancy Pants is always hoping to set up that kill and set up that stun, but the last 2 went nowhere. Nicely dodged by the opponent. And talking about stuns, Daykwaza is just waiting for another chance to get the Shockwave connected and help them to set another kill up. But it is Greymane. Again, Greymane is pushing these lanes like a monster. He is currently sitting at 111,000 siege damage and 36,000 hero damage. Madara is playing a fantastic macro game. So it's kind of funny that the team that was hoping to play some macro with Sergeant Hammer on one and Sugar on another lane is now getting slowly out macro by their opponents. And here comes the seed. That's Garden Terrors. That's the objective right here. They're getting it. Not even contested. Nothing that the blue team can do. Now they gotta defend against this. I mean, good luck with that. Your opponent is about to hit level 20. We might go to game number 3 with this. We might actually end up on the 3rd map. It's a bit too early to call, obviously. But Garden Terrors are now out. Are marching through the lanes. And they're focusing onto the bot lane with a level 20 talent advantage over the blue team. So here comes Daykwaza and his boys as they're going for the bottom keep. And this one, can they get it? Garden Terror gets burned down insanely quickly thanks to BananaH and Sergeant Hammer, and Cho'Gall just carpeting the entire floor with AoE damage. But they're half a level away from level 20, and mid lane gets pushed now too. Currently, Hogger is pushing for it. Only one defender, Blaze, whereas down here, they're still hoping. Drak here with one wombo after another on Li Ming, getting just Seeker damage out. Mirror Ball on level 16 to pound on top of it. And on the top side, yeah, I mean, in the middle of the map, the attack is going on. Up at the top, we see the same thing. They're desperately trying to defend here. Cho'Gall making also a move out. Shockwave dodged by the Molten Block. Nice. Really sexy move. But Cho'Gall gets killed. That's the first. And he just gets killed as we have his ult coming in. The Hour of Twilight right there. I actually think he still hit it in time. So yeah, he has the reduction. It's 30 seconds, but it's still way too long considering where he was killed. If he gets killed on the other side of the map as he takes some structures out, then that's one thing. If he gets killed right here, then he's still down for 30, and that means that the keep gets taken out. Next one is getting attacked as well. And boy, oh boy, are they under pressure now. When I saw the Cho'Gall pick, I really thought, okay, for the map and given the composition that they're playing, that this would be it. But now we have also the Shrapnel Mines here. Armor reduction from Sergeant Hammer. Not really a talent that you're getting a whole lot. Ultra Capacitors are usually the real go-to when we're talking about this hero. But nope, slight adjustment from BananaH, given the situation that they're in right now. I mean, if they can somehow, with Cho'Gall, now YOLO onto structures and exploit that level 20 choice, I mean, maybe, but it is a big, big question mark here. It's a big maybe. 20 against 20, I mean, at least they have even talents now. The game has also slowed down a bit. There's obviously another chance for them to really make a comeback, and that is grabbing an objective for themselves. If they are grabbing the next seed, Raymond is now escorting the bottom lane through. Madara has really been crushing it in this game. He's really been doing a lot of work. He's been crucial in the team fights, and he's also been controlling the macro over and over again. So they very quickly decided what his job is going to be in this game, and he's been sticking with it for such a long time now. Pushes the lanes out down at the bottom of the map, still sitting there. Blaze is actually more or less safeguarding it, as Grayman is moving in again. And good for Fancy Pants. It's the two Americans going up against each other. So yeah, it's the NA battle at the bottom of the map as Cho'Gall up at the top is now fighting it out with the rest of the team, with the rest of the opponents. Greymane moved in and instantly jumped onto Ana. Greymane on Ana. She's trying to get away here, and Madara, good damage, but not enough. They are able to kill just behind her. Cho'Gall though. Yes, the death timer is super low, but it still matters if you're this close to the opponent's base. So this is keep number 2 that's going to get destroyed here. And once that they have the second one eliminated, it's, I mean, they're going for number 3. Keep number 3 is also taking damage. If they can get follow-up kills here, then it's just lights out. Cho'Gall is gone for another 10 seconds, and that's just gonna be it. So here we go. All the keeps are gone. It's a total disaster for BananaH and his boys. Yes, they went for the high-risk, high-rewards play when they decided to move in with the bounty and go for Cho'Gall, but it's not working. Stormbolt, big combo, big damage, and Fancy Pants has to bunker up as Cho'Gall says hello, coming in from the side, but they're all mega low here. They try to go for Muradin. Catapults are on the core, the shield is already falling, so as more and more catapults are moving in, this is going to seal the deal. And look at Madara. Madara is just... he's exactly doing what he's been doing the entire time. He's not even stopping. Cho'Gall is dead, and he's just like, you know what, boys? Let's go, and let's just take that core down. Takes it on, slowly, steadily, removes 15%. Now they go for Ana. Bullet hits her hard. That's the end of the support, and that's going to be the end of game number 2. We're going the distance. We're going the distance in this best of 3, everybody. There's just no denying it anymore. Team Daykwaza is winning the second map. They're taking it off Garden of Terror as they take the core out, and that is game. 12 kills to 5, and a great performance by Team Daykwaza as we are headed for the final map in the best of 3 series. Game number 3, we're going the distance. Infernal Shrines is our third map, and both bounties that were attempted so far have failed. So just to give you guys a bit of a refresher on the bounties, this is the current bounty board where teams can give themselves a handicap in order to get a bounty ticket and try and dip into that bounty pool of $1,000. So we'll see if in game number 3 they're going to try the same thing. This is literally the final map of the round robin phase. After that, it's all about all about the group stage. So there's not really a big reason to not go for a bounty here. I mean, yes, you improve your position maybe a bit in the standings, but at this point they're already guaranteed to be within the top 4. So that really helps them there. I'm really curious. I want to see what they're now trying to pull off here, what the teams are doing. It's Infernal Shrines this time as a map. So yeah, time will tell. Should be pretty fun. Mephisto gets banned out, Junker gets banned. I mean, it's an Infernal Shrine. I'm currently thinking about what kind of bounties they could try and complete here. I'm still a big fan of the Stitches and Alexstrasza bounty on this map as well. So far, I believe we have seen it attempted twice. Backfired once, was successfully pulled off by a team though. But yeah, kind of curious. But it shows, on the other hand, that teams really have to make that risk-reward calculation, right? Because so many bounties have now been attempted and failed. So it is really a handicap that you give yourself. You need to make sure that you have a really good setup in order to take it on. The second that we are seeing a Vala first pick and it's bounty territory, I just want to see a triple healer. We already saw triple heal once. I believe it was Sven's team that tried it. And boy, did it backfire. It did not work out at all. What we have in the last season, we had it completed. So it would be kind of funny if they would now go for one tank and then just like triple heal and really play that out heavily here. I mean, you can really just, you know, go for a couple of alternate ults if you want to make some moves and get some extra damage out. Just go straight up for Lily and go for like double dragon or something. I don't know. Falstad, Sonya get claimed for the red team. So already the spin to win on the Shrine. You got Falstad for some global action by Madara. Again, just pointing out, fantastic job that he did on the last map. And in the meantime, we're having now the double pick for the blue team with Rhaegar and Diablo. So on the Shrines, again, easily bouncing people around with Dibbles. We got Rhaegar on top of that now too with the added lightning shield. Can contribute a bit also, but first of all, mercenary camps, second of all, also then the chance to help the team to get some extra stacks together, and Medivh gets banned. Yeah, we had some pretty annoying Medivh games already during the season. I like that he gets played more, but it's also, it must be kind of frustrating. I mean, some of the leyline plays that we've seen were just infuriating, even to watch. Not even, I don't even want to imagine how it must have felt to be on the receiving end of those, but yeah. Specifically what we've seen earlier today. So, with the final ban coming in, we get Chromie. Chromie gets eliminated easily. Doesn't really seem like we're getting anything too crazy. Again, triple heal is still up for grabs. They could still do it. If they wanted to, they could still go for the triple heal. It's still a possibility for the blue team. Always assuming that the teams are just sitting there saying like, final map of the round robin, let's try for bounty. Alexstrasza and Stitches, and well, I've already said it earlier. There's our bounty attempt. We're gonna get Alexstrasza and Stitches once again. The attempt to go for the big globe talents here. So, is it gonna work out for them? That's the question. On the right side or the left side of the map, triple heal. I think this is the only one that they can realistically try and aim for, but it would be a bit of a, yeah, big question mark. Vala has to totally pop off if they're trying to do that. D.Va and Auriel. Alright, so we get a double heal Vala and we get D.Va on top of it. No bounty attempt by Team BananaH. Apparently they are done with it. They're just like, hey guys, let's just go for the win. And then we have the final pick with Drak here for Team Daykwaza. And of course, Alex plus Stitches. This is going to be the one where we're going to see how many stacks they're going to get on this one. But yeah, Drak here, final pick for them. So, what are we getting as the added damage? It is Zagara. Could go Nidus. Alright. Infernal Shrines, everybody. Game number 3. Let's go. Game number 3. The final map, ladies and gentlemen. On the left, Team BananaH. We got Fancy Pants on D.Va. We got Itrax on Vala, Johan on Diablo, BananaH on Auriel, and Jean Lassalle on Rhaegar. On the right side of the map, Daykwaza with Sonya. I mean, Team Daykwaza is trying for the second time now in this round robin to go for the Alexstrasza and Stitches bounty. Madara with Zagara is definitely going to go more. It makes no sense to go Nidus here. They are already going for one bounty attempt. You can't complete 2 bounties on one map, so it's going to be Nidus. We got Stitches played by Drakia on Falstad and Gamerboy with Alexstrasza. So a quick reminder, the bounty is pretty simple. You just have to pick Hungry for More on Stitches, and you have to pick Circle of Life for Alexstrasza. The whole idea being that the synergy between those two talents and the two heroes is just absolutely fantastic. It will end up with a massive hit point pool for Stitches if played properly, and you need, of course, to win the game. So Daykwaza tries it again. They already did it once, but they failed previously. So now the chance to lock that bounty in once more and a second ticket for the team here. So, as is, we have the first stack in. Normally you want to rotate between the lanes in order to make that happen. Diablo is trying to interrupt that by bullying Gamerboy around a bit. And that means that they're missing out on some of the globes here too. But you rotate between the lanes, you're picking up as many globes as you can as quickly. And then once that the quest is done for Alexstrasza, it's just getting those heal circles out over and over and over again. Ideally, you take an objective or two and then pick up those additional globes and Stitches. And damn, yeah, full surrounded. Full Warcraft 3 surround against Stitches. Yeah, he's a little bit too chubby. Needs to lose a kilo or two. Then he can maybe just barely squeeze between some of those heroes and get out. But yeah, Stitches obviously gets a movement speed advantage if he picks up globes and, more importantly, a hit point advantage. So 25 extra HP for every single globe that he gets. Baseline already 5% additional movement speed after picking the talent. And then every 20 globes an additional 5. So if you are diligent around it, you can easily end up with like 20-25% extra movement speed here. You can really get that out and just race kite around the map. I'm honestly not even sure anymore if there was a cap on it or not. I believe there was a cap that's not mentioned. But that might also be old info. Like some of the stuff that they changed and didn't properly document is always a little bit confusing. So I'm not really 100% certain if there is even a movement speed cap on this. I mean, I suppose there has to be. I think back in the day or at some point it was like 20%. But either way, he is getting pretty fast. And it's just going to race the map at some point. And if you're going for a hook into a gorge, for example, it's really neat to have that added bonus. You can also combo Devour talents, as I said before. Devour procs of your max hit point pool, so the more hit points you get through globes, the more value you get out of Devour. If you then go for second charges, cooldown reduction, whatever it may be, it can really help you to just keep yourself alive in team fights and also move some of the pressure away from your healer. Talking about pressure, mad pressure on Diablo. That leads to a straight up kill against him. Yeah, 6 stacks now as they're still rotating between the lanes, and of course the topside camp has also been taken. Talking about the topside camp, with the double support Vala play that they're executing now, the top is under enormous amount of pressure thanks to that triple push, and Falstad was not enough to handle all of it. So they lost the wall as they sent more heroes towards the top, but yeah, 8 stacks. For the first objective, normally you're not able to complete Alexstrasza's quest. If you are, that's amazing. If you already have that advantage of your globe quest on the first objective, that's absolutely incredible. But in this case, as you can see, she's sitting at 9 stacks out of the 15 that she needs and gets pushed into a wall immediately. So that's lights out for Alexstrasza. BananaH is about to die, and they keep him alive long enough to get another heal out. It's a triple kill against the team. Nicely done, and they get a full quad kill out of it. Damn. Yep, Team BananaH. Big plays being made here. Look how close they were to taking Oriel down, but it didn't work. And after Alexstrasza, Stitches, and Sonya fell, they came in for the final kill against Falstad. 5 kills to 1 now. 40 stacks for Vala. That's obviously an added result of having this big of a brawl here. She could just hammer away and get the stacks. Slightly adjusted builds also for the blue team when it comes to their support players. We're having Rhaegar now with Feral Heart as his level 1 choice, and on level 7 with Blood and Thunder. Stitches get immediately attacked and killed again. They're just crushing this. Damn, they're really murdering them. Team Daykwaza losing tons of ground already at the top lane. They lost their wall. Now down here, Falstad is low. Dark Trader nearly getting pushed through again. If Diablo had his charge ready, he might have even gone for it. But that means that the bottom fort is now destroyed. So yeah, easily taken on. And damn, they are having some trouble for sure. So as it stands, bottom fort is gone. Next attack game's coming. Diablo gets hooked and just pushes his way back out. 6 kills to 1. They're nearly on level 10. The first Gambit quest is also removed from the second helping as a level 7 talent choice. There he lost that. And now with level 10 abilities and more than a level of a gap between the two teams, the blue team, of course, has all the trump cards in their hand and can push for a second fort in the middle of the map, which they immediately do. They have a double heal, which means a lot of sustain. With Vala, they have the added damage that they can use here, and she is just bringing the pain as she completes the first quest reward too. It's nasty. Some really nasty plays now by Team BananaH. And at least in the early game, they're going through Team Daykwaza like hot butter through cheese. Just melting them away. First fort gone. Second fort in the middle is most likely going to bite the dust as well. No way to save that any longer. D.Va is just pew-pewing, and yep, that's it. Fort number 2 is gone, and we are only 6 minutes in. 6 minutes. Maw is now in, finally level 10 abilities. But anyway, Alexstrasza hasn't even completed her quest yet. So the entire stacking process of this duo has been slowed down. Team Ultralisk has been able to pull this off perfectly. They had a massive hit point pull on Stitches, and he was nearly unkillable. But in this case, at least this early, the stacks are, I mean, they're lacking. They're slacking a little bit on this. They want to complete Alexstrasza a little bit faster, and she really, really needs those stacks. Right now, they're not coming together for them, and it means everything is slowed down. The progress of Stitches is slowed down. Alexstrasza can't give them as many heals as they need, and with Stitches being a little bit more on the weaker side, it's also, of course, another problem. So camp after camp gets taken, less presence for the red team on the map. They moved in to take some of those globe stacks. There's another one that they didn't even pick up, so they're sitting on 12 and 15 now. Alexstrasza needs 3 more, but yep, it's getting a bit nasty. This is one of those moments where it would be kind of cool if you could at least attack your own minions at a certain point in time. Blizzard obviously never wanted to introduce that, but if you're talking about globe quests, it would be amazing if you just could take down the globe heroes on every single minion. 2 panic buttons for the blue team. Aegis from Oriel working on her whip, and we have Rhaegar with Ancestral. Shrine activating, and yeah, there's going to be a level 13 talent advantage for BananaH and his team. So, this is going to be tough. At least the 2 globes for Alexstrasza would be important. She's going to get 1 here, but completing the quest would really be nice. A bit of sustain in a team fight. It's not the biggest, but usually these shrine fights can be drawn out. So if she gets the second globe up at the top now, she should really pick that up. I honestly don't understand. Oh, triple more! Not bad, but do they have the follow-up? Well, they kind of do, but it's not enough. They need to retreat here again. Alexstrasza with the Dragon Queen. Again, they still don't have the final globe stack for her. I think it would have been worth it to go to the top and pick it up. It is not, again, it's not the more... It helps. The extra globe, a little bit of sustain, a little bit of mana on the shrine really helps. Dragon Queen, of course, forces the blue team back, but now they're going to re-engage now that the Dragon Queen is gone, and now they're going to go for the fight. Falstad, they're going to try and barbecue him here, trying to use the Apocalypse to lock him in. Alexstrasza is... nice, they get Oriel. Alexstrasza with the heals. Oriel is gone. Good for them. Can they follow up on this? It's a 5 versus 4 right now. Rhaegar with the Ancestral, still keeping him in play. Stitches, still alive and kicking, but Zagara gets chased and killed. Falstad is also dead. Vala is absolutely murdering them now. Vala is just dancing through them, one auto attack after another. And at this point, Itrax is using her like a surgeon, a scalpel, and is destroying everything. Also love, by the way, the white dire wolf with the Monster Hunter Vala and the white tint here. Fantastic. So Skinnergy, absolutely on point. The damage output as well. Right now, looking at Vala, she's at 28,000. Zagara is a bit higher than that, but still. Yeah, Stitches getting attacked again, trying to go for Diablo here. Good heals, a couple more globes coming together. Falstad, maybe the angle. Can he go in for a gust? He can't. Also doesn't have the cooldown ready just yet. 21 stacks now for Stitches, which means that he has at least 500 additional hit points and 10% movement speed now. 5% baseline on the talent, and then the extra 5 that he picked up. They still lost the Punisher. 2 forts are destroyed, bottom and middle, and now the Punisher moving through the mid lane is going to aim for the keep itself. They go again for Stitches, and he's getting way too hard isolated. Even the Punisher is jumping in. A quad more 4 heroes are mod. Stitches is still alive. Despite all of the efforts that they put in to take him down, Stitches is alive, but Sonya gets called and stunned out. Diablo gets the kill. 5 versus 4. And boy, are they suffering here. We're only 10 minutes in, and I think we're looking at the first keep that's going to get crushed here. Sonya's gone. Look at the lead in experience. They're 2 levels ahead. They're coming in with level 16 any moment. There's the Punisher again with another jump getting procced. They're trying for Rhaegar this time. And Jean Lassalle gets a heal and is alive with the double support. Oh, it's just too much for them. Level 16 is ready. Vala now has Manticore. It was already tough enough before she picked up a level 16 talent, but now if you're Stitches, you're not going to enjoy the show. And again, their stacking process is so slow because of what happened earlier. Now he's at 24 stacks. The topside fort has been destroyed. They're getting totally murdered here. They're getting absolutely slapped around by the opponent's team. And with 10 kills to 2, it tells you pretty much all that you need to know here. Vala is sitting at 35,000 damage. Yes, the Gara is a lot higher than that. She's sitting at 50k. She's way ahead of that. But of course, that auto attack damage against single targets like Stitches is from here on out going to be incredible. Nice Morse, by the way, by Madara. He had a 3-man Maw and a 4-man Maw. Just imagine a proper AoE follow-up on that. Imagine, I don't know, Jaina. Ring full ability combo out of her after those Maws, and all of a sudden everybody is just dead or dying. Yeah, it would be amazing if they could pull something like that off. But so far, not really the case. Maybe they can start a comeback here. Once they pick up their level 16 talent, maybe they can make some moves. For now, it is the show of Team BananaH. They want to claim the top spot in the standings. And I'm not quite sure, but I think if they win this one here, they take on the #1 spot. Currently, Ultralisk and his team is still holding it. Not sure if they can surpass them here. But yeah, the two teams have been insanely close, insanely clutch the entire time. But I believe that if BananaH and his team, if they win this series, no matter with which score, that they are going to be able to take it all. So yeah, final chance right there. And for Daykwaza, it's actually a little bit weird as well, because currently they are in rank number 5, and if they lose this one, they are going to stay on rank number 5. If not, they could have surpassed Lopaka and his team, who are currently in rank number 4. So this was an important series for them as well. There's really a difference if you're in the top 4 or the bottom 4 of the standings before we're moving into the group stage. So quite an important series after all. You can of course decide that you're focusing more on bounties than anything else, but this is still playing a big role for them. So, as is, we're now looking at Afterburner, we have also Pulverize, and we're having the Corrosive Saliva. All talents on 16. Big, really big for Team Daykwaza. Big plays that they can make with them, but they have to coordinate this perfectly, because they're still 1.5 levels behind. And, yeah, it's just rough. It's just really, really rough if they are not winning the next objective and going for a big team fight victory. 35 stacks for Stitches, again a little bit higher. Not quite at 1,000 extra hit points yet. Falster needs to be mega careful. If he gets caught now, if Draka gets caught here. Oh boy. Yeah, he's dead. Is he? Yep, that's the end of him. Goodbye. Perfect beeline for the birdie. Doesn't stand a chance, and that is the kill that they needed. This is how you take your opponent's hope away. You give them hope, and then you just take it away. They hoped that once they had level 16, once the next objective was there, they had a chance. Nope. Team BananaH comes in and takes them on. That was a perfect kill. It doesn't really get much better than that. He thought he was safe. It was close enough to this, but that falls that kill that crushed any hopes that Team Daykwaza had to go for the objective. So now they have to give up the Punisher. This one is going to be taken easily, and then it's going to be a push for another keep. So this game got even harder for the other team. It's kind of nasty. All right, well, it is what it is. What can they do? They have to defend now against the Arcane Punisher and try to somehow sustain themselves through it. So we'll see if they're able to pull that off, but it's going to be tough. One way or another, they're going to be in for a tough ride here. Bot lane pressure is coming in. The wall is already partly destroyed, so they can go straight for the keep. There's the jump getting procced. Yeah, Daykwaza at the front. They take it down very quickly. Really nice damage. The Hydralisk in particular is just chipping away at the pool. And damn, they're melting this thing down. 50% of the HP already gone before it even engaged. But there's level 20 on top of that. So with level 20 talents and that gives us also the Farfly Quiver. Vala is getting more and more value out of it. And there's catapults on the keep. The keep is going to get destroyed no matter what. Question is more so, can they go for the core here and end the series right away? That would of course be the dream. And since they have Storm Talents, they're definitely going to try. Itrax is dancing around them still. He's at 122 connects on his auto attacks with level 1. 11 kills to 2. Catapults on the core. Shield is slowly getting stretched. More catapults are moving in. Dragon Queen has already been activated as they're moving in for Daykwaza, trying to take Sonya down here. Yeah, the damage is slowly coming in, but Daykwaza's team is not giving up. They're still trying to defend this as best as possible. And the Punisher is gone. The siege is continuing, and the double support is making it possible. There comes Apocalypse. They go for Zagara. And she gets healed by Alexstrasza and barely survives. Gets pushed out for a moment. They were trying to get the kill there, but couldn't. Yeah, still the heal on Johan. But they cannot break through this wall, can they? They're trying. A lot of Terror being used by Diablo. The shield is still taking damage, but it is intact. And it doesn't seem like they can break through. It's a continuous barrage of attacks time and time again. But Johan is dropping low. It's getting a bit problematic for them right now. And the heals are coming together with 46 stacks now for Stitches. There's the Gorge. They go for Rhaegar. Jolasal, the double support still sustained. Still doing their thing. And a quick gust is coming through as well. Drakia making moves as he's buying time for the team. They're picking up experience at level 19 right now, and the blue team just can't break through it fully. At least not yet. The core still has some shields left. The catapults are going down. They have to retreat. They're holding. They're actually holding. Not bad. Really clutch performance here by the team in red. They're holding on to this. They're taking the experience now up at the top as they're aiming for level 20. But they made it somehow through that onslaught. An endless onslaught of attacks. Just time and time again. The double support making it possible for the blue team. But they weren't able to go for the core. Couldn't even scratch it. So really nice defense. Now we have level 20 on both sides. That might be a bit of a game changer. The problem still that every single major structure for BananaH's team is still standing. Pack Instinct is in. We're getting Wind Tunnel, Ritual of Life. And maybe now they can make some moves. Next objective is in the mid lane. So there's your chance. It would be insane if they brought this back somehow. 50 stacks for Stitches also means that he has 15% movement speed advantage now. 15%. Has only died once in the game. After he picked his level 7. In total, he has died 3 times. But again, the early ones don't really count too much. After level 7, when you have your Gambit quest, then it's a different story. So right now they go for Stitches again. They try and take him out here. He's still fine. Gets the ult from Alexstrasza as well. The heals are coming through. Big cooldown there was burned. Actually not that big. 50 seconds. Shrine is up. Shrine is up. Might get the ult back once for that fight towards the back end if it lasts that long. Stitches nearly with another 5% of movement speed if he gets to 60 here. He's already rushing around. Hasn't used Gorge yet. Went for Master Hooker. They have the Dragon Queen ready. Draconic Might obviously on 16, enhancing that. Now the chance to pull ahead here. Big pull, big push at the bottom of the map with catapults coming in and even a camp. Apocalypse play. Alexstrasza is gone. Nicely coordinated attack by BananaH and his team. This time the Maw only zoning them. Stitches is dead. Falstead is dead. Vala with another quest reward. They're sitting at 200 and with 4 heroes down and only Alexstrasza surviving, this is gonna be the end. Team BananaH, they pick up first place in the standing once more as they go for 2-0 victory on the final playday of the round robin. And we are heading into the group stage with BananaH and his team being in the number 1 position. Nicely done. Great performance here. Really enjoyable also with all the bounty attempts that we had now. But it is BananaH and his team that are locking in the victory with a 2-1 over Team Daykwaza. Nicely done. GG. Well played.